Okay, what the heck? My mic wasn't on? Why was my mic not on? I pressed the button. I'm like, I better make sure I turn on my mic. I better turn that on. And I did. I literally pressed the button to turn on my mic. And it apparently did not do that. Well, heck, no wonder nobody was talking. Sheesh. You missed no mic mode. Ugh. There's something missing. I'm supposed to be talking. Blabbing away like, oh, no, everybody's being quiet today. I really should just double check if that happens. I don't know. I know I pressed the mic on button. I know I did. I literally did. But it did not listen to me, apparently. Maybe it was like on and then I pressed it. I don't know. I know I pressed it. Maybe OBS was doing something. Either way, that's annoying. Okay. Else is like, well, yep, you died. That's gonna happen. Hello, hello. Rasa, you are die. This is like, oh, well that sucked. That was unpleasant. Oh, good grief. Alright. Is it on the page itself or on the, or is it in the description that there's missing a thing? Because I don't know what it is. I feel like I'm trying to, like, copy-paste, you know, stuff I typed recently, and, like, copy-paste is not working properly. Maybe it's a keyboard thing. No. I'll have to go back and fix that. Hard to do that on Twitter, though. That's annoying. I really need to double-check that, too. Like, oh, it's correct on my page that I copied it from. Couldn't possibly change between that and that. But apparently it can. And does. I don't know, I feel like lately when I've been trying to copy-paste stuff, it doesn't work very well. I have to do it like multiple times sometimes. Very distressed, Chris. Okay, well, I'm sure that it looks pretty bad, but I'll try and fix it. Because, bleh. I hate typos, especially on a drawn piece. That's the worst. I actually don't even think I'm gonna, like, for the text on this, I think I'm just gonna write it all out, because then I can do, like, the shaky text that all the Eldritch creatures have, rather than trying to do a weird font for him. Yeah, excuse me. Excuse me. Yes, distressed Chris is distressed. It's been a very crappy 4 days. Yeah, good grief. Oh my. I need more water. Yeah. Save me water. They've had a very crappy 4 days. I'm not really big on Grammarly. I get ads for that all the time. And it's not like the issue is not like I don't know how to spell or anything like that. I literally had it written down in like a Google Doc or something, and I copied it and then was messing around with the thing like in Photoshop, and that didn't carry over somehow. So unless Grammarly is also going to be reading my Photoshop documents, which honestly I'd rather it didn't, then that's not going to work. Like The problem was not what I wrote. The problem was Photoshop messed it up somehow. Or I messed it up in Photoshop. And I'm not super keen on Grammarly, especially since they're recently advertising all their AI features. I'm like, I don't want your friggin' AI features. I don't want them. Getting some of that at work even, and I'm like, oh good grief, here we go. Even after, like, come on people, read the room. Artists were like, what are you talking about, AI? We don't want that. But, I don't know. Maybe it's for pipeline stuff. They really need to word that better. If that's the case. Also, for some reason, I don't know what it is, but my pages in Chrome keep crashing. They'll just totally crash. Right in the middle I'm doing something. I don't know why. Yeah, I still need to get the bot set up. I need to figure out how to do that. Or somebody else needs to figure that out for me. I'm often too busy being like, oh, I gotta draw today. But I really should figure out how to do the bot stuff. Since his hands are going to be obscured, don't have to do too much from that. It's got to be a pretty simple bot for that kind of thing, it feels like. Just your basic Discord invite. Anyways, there it is. I really need a bot that like basically links to my Discord and then also like my socials, so that people can follow me there if they want. I think I have my socials listed like in my profile, but even like as a command or something. Chris is like, but why though? Get out of here. Clone. Attack of the clone stamps. Okay. This is like, please. I'm gonna lean back a little more. It's leaning a bit too hard into stuff, and I'm like, oh, why is my back doing that weird thing? Oh, it's because I'm leaning in really hard. Lean in. What happened to their... what's that thing? Breastplate, I guess? The thing, the armor in the front. Very descriptive. I want to say breastplate, but that might actually not be the correct word for it. It might be called something else. Okay. This character has wanting to do some effects later. But yeah, Chris had a bad time. That page is done. Let's keep powering through these. Because I say so. Okay. On to next one. Do 2 of these just in case. And she's like, oh yeah, that probably did suck. Exactly. No high jump or glide. It's the worst. And the large bodies keep hitting you onto the lower level, and oops, the way you needed to go was up on the upper one. Now you get to go through 3 other rooms trying to figure out where you were trying to go to. Ah! Literally every single time I played Kingdom Hearts 1, I would not even bother trying to get through that first part without, when you don't have high jump, without like a guide. Being like, okay, this chamber, then this one, then this one, then this one. Oh, thank you. I am unusually weird on that. But yeah, I like doing line art. That's kind of my favorite part. I'm like, oh, this is the relaxing time. Just let it go. And also, thank you for coming to the stream. I think I'm unusual, even for storyboard artists, because they've been like, what are you doing that fast for? At me as well. Yeah. I know they're not that complicated. I mean, there's only like basically 5. I mean, there's 6 total, but there's only like 3 of them are any kind of problem. But it was just annoying, because especially when you're trying to figure out where you're going, like getting attacked every single time you enter a room. And then you gotta get Parasite. What was it called again? Parasite something? Some of it's Parasite Cage, that's what it was called. That was an annoying boss. Especially when it's like Pinocchio. It's like, help me the entire time you're trying to fight it. And some of it's muscle memory, yeah. Because I did a lot of drawings when I was little, mostly in ink, so I wouldn't go back and erase it. I just got used to it. But I think most storyboard artists don't even draw this fast. I think I'm actually kind of weird. Like, literally one time when I was working on the My Little Pony movie, I came into work, a little early because I'm an early bird, and I sat down and was working. And then another artist who's sitting next to me comes in to do the same thing. And I'm, just working away. And he's watching me a bit, and then suddenly he's like, what the fuck? Why do you draw that fast? And I was like, what? What'd I do? Oh yeah, Grand Ghost. Did I ever beat that one? I'm trying to remember if I actually beat all of the, I must have, or something. I feel like I tried to beat all the special, enemies that were in Final Mix. I can't remember all of them. Because, yeah, the Grand Ghost, you have to, throw items at it, don't you? You have to throw ethers, and that'll kill it. if I recall correctly. I never did get everything in Final Mix for Kingdom Hearts 2, but I think I got a lot of stuff in 1. That felt more doable to me. Yeah, did I get the ultimate weapon? I feel like I must have. The ultimate was definitely a lot easier to get, like, you know, pre-Final Mix, because I remember what I really hated was Sniper Wilds. Those were really unfortunate. I hated farming Sniper Wilds. I did not like them. Oh, nice. That's pretty good. Yeah, just like when you're used to doing it a bunch. You don't even think about it anymore. You're like, okay, I'm doing it. This is where the line go. It's a matter of putting it down. I'll probably need to do this with more effects than anything, but I'll say very flowy. He just kind of drifts on over. No, he's the one responsible for the fire and the smoke. I'll say, how could you? I'll go back and erase some of that later. So figure out what I'm doing with it. Oh, it's ad time! Time flies! Yeah. I remember Chimera being a pain in the butt, but also, like, it didn't bother me as much as, the Sniper Wilds did. Because, like, that one you just kind of had to go in and beat up on it for a long time, and it just took a while. And I just did not like the Sniper Wilds because if they spotted you at all, you were just dead and you had to run. And that was a pain in the butt for me. And I also think I had a really hard time with the pink Agrarius, the giant mushroom, where you have to, like, keep it in the air for, like, 100 hits or something like that. I don't even know if I managed to do that, because that one was so hard. You have to get, like, a rogue on everybody and station it just right. Or that's only if you need, like, the best of the best items. I guess you don't have to do that for the items it drops, but you have to keep it in the air for a very long amount of time. I remember what some of the other ones were too. Wasn't there like a special defender that was really kind of freaky? Oh, rare truffles, 100 hits in the air. What was the pink Agrarius? How did you fight that one? I don't remember. Yeah, you're still out. Okay. Oh. Well, that's always a fun time. It can definitely be tricky, but little chaos can be fun for art stuff. Oh, that's why I needed a rogue or something like that. Okay, yeah, you have to cast stop and then do like a bajillion hits while it's stopped. I know, I knew I needed a rogue on everybody. I can't remember what it was. Oh yeah, Psychonauts was fun. I do need to play 2 sometime in the future. But I'm still working on Earthbound, obviously, which I should hopefully do more of on Friday. And after that, probably it'll be time for Ghost Tricks. I think that'll be out by then. I definitely want to play that for everybody because it's good. Yeah, it's a fun series. Really good character design. Or just overall, like, art design, I guess I should say. Because characters are part of the design as a whole. But yeah, that is on my to playlist, along with a lot of other things, but we will get to it. Well, considering how I did with some parts in 1, I'm sure I'm going to struggle with some things in 2 and be like, I suck at games. Again. Okay. I don't know if anybody knows the answer to this. I might have to do more research. Yeah, that's true. Part of my thing was the controller. And I have a new controller now. I bought a new one. So hopefully that'll solve that problem. I certainly hope it does anyway. Oh no. But yeah, that old controller that was falling apart, I was like, especially after that bit I had with Stanley Parable, I'm like, okay, I need to get a new controller, so I did. Voice actors are everywhere. They're everywhere. As for Billy, for some reason I thought Billy Zane. Billy Zane. Rouse will make dying horribly better with some tea. Because that's how that works. Voice actors are everywhere. Yeah, I didn't really watch much Invader Zim when that was on. Ads? I just had you ads. Get out of here. Whatever. Get out of here. Subscribe to avoid them ads. Because I'm drawing all this. Wait for that to be done though. I really wish I could rotate my heckin' canvas, but apparently this version of Photoshop is like, no, you can't do that. Not on this computer. Oh, he's in Hell of a Boss? Interesting. Hopefully it's not because of being typecast. It's because he's like, I want to do those roles, you know? Imagine being typecast. It's not very fun. Okay. Chris, get some tea. Spill the tea, Rouse. Time for some hot gossip. Hot Eldritch gossip. Yeah, like comically dark things, that can be a difficult thing to do right, but when it's done well, then it's a lot of fun. It is hard to do well though. You gotta really think about it. And you can go exceptionally dark and still be funny, like, you know, BoJack Horseman or Moral Oral or stuff like that. I can't even pronounce the names of the show. It's curled around thing. But yes. Whoop. I guess I should check out Hell of a Boss again. I just wasn't very excited about Has-Been Hotel. Didn't really grab me. But maybe Hell of a Boss does that a little bit better. I mean, I'm definitely glad it exists, because I'm glad any independent animation exists. Independent animation is very important, especially in the world of, like, everything being run through corporate stuff. But yeah. And it's better than if it's... Excuse me. My water. Ooh. But yeah, if it's maybe I'll like it better than I liked Has-Been Hotel. Yeah. So maybe you guys know where to get this. I'm not sure, but I was thinking I really should, like, I mean, I've been doing all this AU stuff with Eldritchrune, which I'm having fun with, but in general I kind of want to also, like, canon review Deltarune. I don't want to, you know, stray too far into AU territory and forget, like, you know, how things actually kind of sound and look in general. It's always good to kind of do refreshers for that kind of stuff. So do any of y'all know where to, like, find a good, you know, playthrough of the first 2 chapters? Actually, probably good for Undertale, too. Like, a good playthrough of the first 2 chapters where, like, I don't know, maybe stuff is read out but not commentated. Or even better if there's something that has, like, you know, playthrough but also shows all the choices that you can, like, do in various places. I don't know if anything like that exists. That seems like it might be kind of hard to edit. But if failing that, at least, like, a decent playthrough of chapters 1 and 2 that's, you know, pretty thorough. No, like, not like a Let's Play, not like with commentary, but, like, just a good playthrough that shows all of the character stuff and plot stuff. I really like one of those that I can kind of, you know, pop on. Yeah, that's a lot for just a few videos. I'll do a smoke down there. Secret third thing. Yeah, just anything with, like, no commentary, but just, like, so I'm exposed to all of the dialogue and stuff like that. I mean, if there's no, like, voice acting, that's fine. It's kind of thing I can, like, watch on my you know, food breaks or whatever, and actually just read along as opposed to listening. Yeah, it's like a very thorough, no commentary playthrough. And while it'd be super cool if they showed all the options, I don't know how you do that without some editing. That seems like it'd be pretty hard. But yeah, I imagine at least, like, no commentary versions exist. Yeah. I just don't know what a good one is. One that's, you know, nice and thorough. And even if it can't explore all options, just explores, you know, as many options as it can. Most stuff I know is people have commentary, which is cool and all, but it's not exactly what I'm looking for in this case. I can find one. What the heck happened? If I can find one of those, that would be cool. Yeah, I guess you would need, like, a little extra storage device or something. I mean, I guess I could do something like that, but I don't know if I have the time. I'm unfortunately very, very busy. Whoops. What's being drawn right now? We're working on Eldritchrune. So here's Chris and Ralsei talking. Chris just had a very crappy experience, so they're a little chuffed, but they're getting better. Oh yay, congrats on finishing up school stuff. Yeah, just doing line work for this slightly longer Eldritchrune comic, probably about 3 parts, 13 pages total, which I will post in 3 parts. Yeah, congrats on finishing school. That is a lot to do. Now summertime. Oh good. Glad that your finals went well. It's always a nice feeling. Well, I will say I'm definitely glad I don't have to do that anymore. That is stressful. Okay. Here we go. Well, this page is done. Chris calming down and getting some tea. Me getting some water. Let's see, where did 204 go? I try and label my things, but I really need a better place for my keyboard. Oh, sheesh, I barely passed math my final year. Because I flunked the final and I don't know how I succeeded. I got like a C minus, and I'm like, okay, good enough. Did okay in geometry, but not the next year. Oh, nice! Congrats. Not tried Celeste. It's hard, but yay! That's tricky stuff. It is indeed a good game. I think they did that at GDQ this year, or this last week, but I think that was during a time when I was asleep, so I didn't see it. Well, these are all on the wrong lines again. Might as well relabel these. Yeah, it is a good game. Oh, good grief. I have caps on, apparently. Caps on! I haven't memorized. I did watch the Pizza Tower run, though. That was really good. At least I watched all the runs that I could. Wish I could have stayed up for the blindfolded Breath of the Wild, but it was like past midnight by the time they got that, so I'm like, okay, I'm glad you made it, I'm gonna go to bed. Nice, nice. I'm not sure what I would speedrun if I could speedrun, but it takes so much practice, which I unfortunately do not have much time to do. Time is not on my side. Yeah, if any of y'all find a good no commentary version of Eldritchrune chapters 1 and 2, let me know. Add that to my watch list so that I can get the canon refreshers I'd like to keep up with. Super Metroid, yeah. Super Metroid is very popular at GDQ. They have all kinds of cool runs of it. I really enjoy watching those Mario Maker run relay races. Those are just amazing to watch. Mostly because they're all made for that event, they're all blind runs. Well, not just Mario Maker relay races, where you have a team of people and they're playing Mario Maker levels that they have not seen before. So you're just kind of sight reading them. Yeah, relay races. So when you die, next person in your team gets their turn, etc., etc. They just have these really complicated levels that they're sight reading, and I'm like, how do you do that? That's crazy. And they're always fun to watch because they're very high energy. Okay, cool. Yeah, post that in chat. I need to actually make sure that I save it myself so that I don't lose it. But yeah, you can also DM it to me directly if you want, either over Twitter, Tumblr, or Discord if you're there. Okay, let me just save that for later. Can I copy that? Well, I guess I'll just click on it and it'll save it anyway. Okay. Yeah, chapter 1 with Jibble would be great. Oh, alright. Then I will just go ahead and save those for later. Nice long runs. I mean, with any large organization, you're going to get stupid stuff in terms of, you know, management, unfortunately. But in terms of the fundraising, I haven't heard really that much bad about it, even from people who do the speedruns, who are, of course, going to be critical of how the funds are used. And I've only seen them do, like the big ones that are at, you know, January and summer, are basically either one is for Prevent Cancer and the other is for MSF, for Doctors Without Borders. Yeah, for the other things, I haven't heard them. Yeah, thank you for those links. I will give those a look-see. Really save them so that I can do little canon reviews later. Because again, I'm having fun with this AU. But it's good to canon review as well. So I don't end up doing dumb things. Especially in the future. And also, it's just kind of fun. So I like this game. What was the content patch? I don't remember a specific content patch. Unless it was just to, you know, fix some bugs or something. Oof. Yeah, a lot of dollars. Oh, the Susie plush. Okay. That's cute. Give us the plushies. Yeah, I don't remember Ralph, I don't remember Rules calling Ralsei a bimbo. Smoke effect and spam your nails, right? I know, I don't remember which patch they added that in, where they, Spam to Neo, you know, just gets angry and turns red if you do the big shot spam against him. Yeah, funny cheat. I can't do that spam very well. I've tried, and I'm like, apparently I'm not squashing it good enough. But I'm also not super good at dodging, so I probably should not do something that's going to cause massive damage. hope I'll be able to find secret bosses in the next chapters, because I'm not traditionally good at finding them. They're like, did you get the secret boss? And I was like, huh? What? Secret boss? Where? Where'd that go? Yeah, he seems pretty easy to miss, but I didn't even, like, explore enough to find, like, you know, where all the other extra stuff was. I pretty much thought the only place you found him was, like, in the alley, and I'm like, okay, that was weird, I'm moving on with my life, and then it turns out there's a whole other boss battle. Yeah, I didn't even know he had a shop. I knew nothing! Yeah, I kind of wonder if when I play through next chapters, if I shouldn't, like, backtrack a lot more than I usually do, because I usually just kind of go and go and go and don't backtrack. And there's good stuff in the backtrack. You still out? Yes, you are. You've been sitting out after dinner more often lately. I know, there is. Just gotta remember, okay, you finished a room, go back to the other room and see what else there is. And then it's Noelle going, maybe you shouldn't do that. Oh wow. You are super ready. You will buy everything. So many dark dollars. You're dark rich. Well, I mean, you can, grind in Pacifist, too, for money. You just gotta spare everybody. You don't have to kill them. Yumi. Oh yeah, that seems like a good place to do that. You got scary face on Ralsei. It does seem like important things to do are recruit all the enemies and get the shadow crystals. Shadow crystals! Yeah, I think that's in the cyber fields. Flying through. Sweet cat and cakes. Which has, as far as I know, still has that overflow glitch, right? You buy like 10 of bagels in a certain spot and you can enter the door. How to save. Early and often. Yeah. You don't zoom in so fast. Sweet cotton cakes. Yeah. I don't know if, like, I really like bagels, but I don't know if I want a CD bagel. Depends on which direction they decide to take bagel. Might have made that table too big. Oh well. Guess we'll see. Crunchy filling. Oh. Like the bagel is, or the CD is the cream cheese. Or the butter. I don't really put cream cheese on my bagels. We'll put butter on them and toast them. Yeah. I wonder what equipments we'll get, especially if, like, I'm still wondering if we'll be able to go up and change equipment before Chapter 3 starts. Seems like that would be a thing to do. But if you don't get that opportunity, then you're kind of stuck with whatever you had at the end of the last chapter. Yeah, pretty much. It's like, yeah, tough luck, yeah, equipment, I don't know. Maybe they'll kind of like skirt around it. We're like, oh, but somehow Sham is here too. And then the theorists just go nuts. They're like, how did they get there? Why are they there? Sham's like, I don't know. Here I am. Yeah, you do have time to prep at the end of Chapter 2, but you have to remember how to do that. If you haven't, then you have to go back and replay Chapter 2, basically. Oh, can you? Well, it have to be something. It still have to be something you bought, right? Also, apparently, there's like way more storage space in the Save Star thing than I thought there was earlier. I thought there was like, you know, maybe 16 things you can store, and there's actually like 48 or something. Yeah, I guess the thing is, if you want to like, you know, synthesize something or buy something, you might not have the opportunity, but if you already had it and you want to change equipment, you could at least do that. That's going to be red later. I'm just making it black for now. Well, that's all. Yeah, that's only if you do weird route. And I think you would have to like specifically take off the watch and then put it on yourself in order to even get that dialogue. I don't know. I don't think we'll be having Noelle in the Dark World in Chapter 3, but maybe she will be in the future one. Blah, 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 blah. And hey, this page is done. We're talking. Okay, on to last one. Yeah, last one for part 2 anyway. Yeah, definitely. Oh, that's why I had that. Somebody put all that in the same line. Wait. That's wrong. Yeah, probably subtle things. And the watch is pretty good. He hasn't gotten up at all. Oh no. They're being very cagey on whether he's actually dead or not. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have like a we're gonna kill Undyne thing in Chapter 3. That doesn't seem likely to me. I think there's very different way. Like, it's not like a Geno route where you kill everybody. That's not what it's described as, at least not in the code. It's described as a weird route where basically things don't go the way they're supposed to. And that can encompass a lot more than just, we killed them all. Yeah, I'm not sure why some items seem to change and some do not. And heck, you could get Noelle's watch as a prize in the Spanton sweepstakes. It was like one of the better prizes too. Maybe it's important to Noelle. Yeah, maybe something that has a lot of sentimental value as it is less likely to change or something. But again, I don't know. Don't know what the rules are. What's going on with that? They do contribute. Let's see. I should have realized I forgot to message someone real quick, so I might do that during my break, which is coming up in a little bit. I have Susie have that cool equipment. Yeah. I don't know if they arm. I know I at least had the mannequin on for Chris, because that was obviously really good armor for Chris during the Spampton Neo fight. Chris, put on the mannequin! Aww. Susie, wear the ribbon. You will look cute. You will look cute in the ribbon. The manual. The amazing macaroni manual. I kind of wonder if maybe I should spend some time to figure out what kind of a like arcane symbols on the front here. The whole thing is like, Susie, wear the ribbon. No. Yeah, I do wonder if we'll have that in the future, especially since it seems like, at least right now, Noelle and Rouse kind of fulfill similar functions. They both can do the, pacify and sleep stuff. Oh, it is time for my break. Okay, let's do that real quick. We're on the last page of this one. I gotta do something real quick. Alright, in time for stretch. Stretchy time. Give Noelle a custom ability. She can only be used when Susie is with her. Yes. Yes. Give it to me. Let us see it. That would be cool if we could do like very specific actions just based on like the combo of party members you have. I wonder how difficult that would be to program. Probably not that difficult, but I don't know. I wouldn't know. I'm not a programmer. I would still really enjoy that. Yeah, same on Susie's behalf. It would be cool if they had special actions that were linked to each other. think that would be neat. And even aside from the Suzelle elements, you could just have, you know, a cool Susie and Rousey one, or a cool Susie and Chris one. Kind of already did that in chapter 1 anyway. I don't know, I guess we'll see. if that happens, the T theorists will be like, we were correct! We were right! People put a lot of stock into the T theory kind of stuff. But yeah, I guess if that amount does change, then that would be a good indicator of how they feel towards each other. I mean, I think there's definitely merit to it. I think the stumbling block is that people use it to be like, Chris doesn't like Rousey, and I'm like, I don't think that's what it's actually saying. Alright, be right back. Maybe I should get some more water too, now that I think about it. Yeah, I think there's an awkwardness around that, but I think people are overshooting it when they say that Chris doesn't like Rousey. I don't think that's what's going on. Okay. Water my plants soon, they're gonna die. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you got really obvious things like, okay, Susie, like Noelle really, really, really likes Susie, which is why she heals a ton of stuff and, you know, does this stuff come in gallons kind of thing. Yeah, that'd be nice. With Susie, I think it's interesting that, like, everybody else's tea, like, actually heals a lot for her. Like, everybody's. Chris and Noelle and Rousey all heal her a good amount of stuff. So I think that means she really, really likes her friends and she wants friendship. Susie! I feel with goat blood, oh no. Yeah, I'm still of the mind that that Rousey has Chris's soul, and that makes things weird. Weird. Yeah, and like I think that the reason why this stuff heals so much for Susie is because she really wants friends. And she's happy she has friends now. Maybe some of them will be more than friends. But either way, friends are super important to her. And how long has she gone without some? Alright, I think I'm gonna figure out the actual symbol on the book later. And I'm doing a... arcane knowledge in the book. I just realized... special lines. Can't type like this. I have the macaroni on the manual. Chris was like, I don't need the manual. Chris gets eaten. Rousey's like, maybe they'll like the manual now with some macaroni and not get killed horribly. I know. I want Susie to be happy. I want all of them to be happy. Let them be happy. Let them be happy. Or I will make them happy, one way or another. I say as I'm being terribly mean to them in the CU. But I actually genuinely do want them to get a good ending. Where they grow as characters, learn to get the things they need, and become happier, more whole people. Yeah, I really don't like the idea of just like everything going bad for Noelle, because like she's already going through crap. She's already going through too much. People, I don't know, I've seen people being like, oh, Noelle, Susie needs to reject Noelle because Noelle needs to learn a lesson about growing up and life isn't always good. I'm like, she already knows that. Like, that's not a lesson she needs to learn. She already doesn't, things are already not going well for her. The bit that she needs to learn is how to stand up for herself and how to like state her needs and not let people just decide her own fate for her. Which is actually one of the reasons why I do ship Susie like that. It's because Susie is basically teaching her how to do that. She doesn't need to learn the world is harsh. She needs to learn how to like stand up for herself and face the world. Yeah, like, her dad's in the hospital. Her mom is already rough on her. She lost her big sister that she adored. Her best friend, like, you know, drifted apart from her over the years. She's only just now getting back with, you know, best friend. And, you know, trying to, you know, do stuff with her crush and all that stuff. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like maybe she deserves some nice things. Oh, sheesh. Why did I do that on special? That's not where I was supposed to be then. What the heck happened here? Oh, sheesh. These are all on the wrong thing. Okay, fine. I mean, I do like me some hurt comfort, but that gotta remember to do the comfort part too. Like, I'm totally fine with, you know, crazy things happening. And them going through hardships and stuff like that. I just don't want that to be the end point of everything. Because the cathartic part is, you've been through the hardships, now you're through the hardships, and things, you have triumphed over the hardships. Yeah. That is a thing I worry about as like a, Chapter 5 cliffhanger. I'm surprised more people aren't, like, worried about that. Because the whole thing is, like, I think Susie and Chris's friendship is really important. I'd say it's probably one of the linchpins for them, like, you know, getting through the trials they have. And I think something throwing a wrench in that and busting up their, you know, budding friendship would be, like, that to me is scary. And that to me seems more likely than, like, the shipping stuff not happening. So that's my one fear shirt. That's my fear of a Chapter 5 cliffhanger. Is that something's going to happen that really messes up their budding friendship. Because I'm pretty sure they're both really keeping secrets from each other. And the question is, I mean, obviously Chris is with their possession, but I kind of wonder if Susie isn't doing that as well. Spooky. So I'm worried that, like, that stuff being revealed is going to dent up their friendship, and I'm like, no, that's important. Don't break that. I mean, yeah, well, if they get through it, then, like, that's the cool stuff, is that, you know, if they break through they have their friendship, you know, tested, and things seem dire, but then it comes through in the end, like, that's awesome. But I'm surprised more people are, like, just don't think that's going to happen, or don't talk about that. So I'm like, I don't know, that seems like a plausible, really, like, tough thing, again, as a, Chapter 5 cliffhanger. Like, characters can be hurt as long as, like, they use the things they've learned in their relationships and their abilities and everything else that makes them cool as characters to get through it. Oh, well then, Jasper, this is probably the AU for you, because this is the dark place. This is the bad place. A lot less happy than how I would want canon to go. Even though I also get the feeling that, unfortunately, Rosse is not going to be able to make it out of canon in one piece. Yeah. Yeah, especially after the Hell thing, I think that really just, you know, enforces stuff. They're like, we are besties. And again, I think their friendship is really important. I think all three of the Lighter kids' friendships is really important, just because, I don't know, at least it seems like they've definitely been set up that way. But, I don't know. Everybody's just like, oh, you know, shipping stuff. I'm like, but what about the friend shipping? That's in danger too. It is tenuous. I mean, Susie even kind of brings up, I think, at one point where she's like, hey, you know, if we don't, like, you know, we still be friends if we don't go to the Dark World kind of thing. I think so, right? Is that in canon? Or am I imagining that? That's why I need a canon review. I'm just imagining things out of thin air. Yeah, yeah. But, like, if they don't have the Dark World, will they still be friends? And I think that's an important thing to keep in mind. Is that they need to be friends outside of the Dark World as well. Okay, good. I'm glad I remember that correctly. Oh no! Don't cry! Don't cry! I honestly might go off on a tangent on Tumblr or Twitter or something about how I still think that the ending of the game will be being cut off from Chris at a critical moment, because I feel like that's the culmination of their character arc, is to get that independence back. That they can take command of their own life. I know. It is a fantasy world. But I guess that also just shows how important that is to Susie. She's like, oh, here's a place where I've met people and made friends and I can be cool and stuff and people like me. And I think that's very important to her, because I don't know how often she's gotten that otherwise. It is hot. It's a hot day today. Yeah, we are being driven by the narrative, or at least there are certain forces trying to drive us by the narrative. Whatever that may be. My main worry for that is like, okay, if we are experiencing the universe, you know, through Chris because we're controlling them, and if they're going to get full control back, then we're not going to have that access anymore. But I think maybe, you know, if there's another way to have access to the universe that's not through Chris, then that would be an interesting option. My kind of pie in the sky secret thing is like, okay, you know, we'll have to lose control of Chris at some point so that they can, like, you know, take control of their own life. But, I don't know, maybe we can still access the universe through the shadow crystals, or the combination of the shadow crystals into the pure crystal, which lets you seem to see through reality. Maybe that's something that could be cool, and definitely a reason to do all the secret bosses kind of thing. So that's my little idea, is that maybe the ending is the same either way, with us being cut off from Chris. We don't know what happens unless you did all the secret boss stuff and got the pure crystal or something. And now you have, or Chris has, or somebody has, a means of looking through reality and seeing the world without having to, like, do it through Chris. That's my secret wish. Oh, poor Susie. That is lots and lots of conflict, for sure. Yeah, if like canon happens a thing where like it ends like Paper Trail, where we're cut off from Chris and we don't know what happens, and I decide to like do a fan project that's answering all that, you are all free to make fun of me forever. You can drag my butt. Well, that's the point of fiction. It's like, oh, this isn't happening to me. It is happening to a person that is not me and is fake. It is fun, therefore. Susie's like, holy crap, I can eat this thing again. You ever have like a really good sandwich and you're like, man, I wish I could have that sandwich again. Susie's like, holy crap, I can have this sandwich again. That's amazing. Yeah, taking pleasure in conflict is why we have stories. It's what makes them fun. Amori. No. I do not want Noelle to die. I don't think anybody's gonna die, actually. Not Amori Rune. No, I don't think that Chris secretly killed Asriel. That's just silly. That is silly Billy. Do you think that Noel secretly killed Des? No. Here's what I think happened. I think that, you know, the four of them were off trying to explore the bunker. Chris and Des went further into it, whereas Asriel and Noel did not. And something happened wherein Chris, basically Des was in trouble, and Chris had the opportunity to help her, save her, and didn't because they were scared or, you know, just not sure what to do about it or anything like that. And because of their inaction, Des fell into the darkness, vanished, disappeared, died, whatever. So that Chris feels responsible due to their inaction. Because a running theme with Chris is courage. Like the game over screen is called Faint Courage. They have their guts ability, which is going up, you know, a little bit every chapter. And there's all this stuff about, oh, Chris, you never do anything on your own, kind of stuff from other characters, where basically it seems an issue that Chris has to get over is doing something for themselves, is learning how to take action and, you know, not depend on other people for it, because they're scared. They have an issue with inaction and not having courage. So that is what I think, and I think that's stemming from, again, basically Chris had an opportunity to help Des out of whatever was getting her, didn't do that, and they feel guilty because of that. Because of their inaction. Because they lacked courage. So that's why getting courage is kind of a big deal for Chris. And that is what the Dark World is actually helping them with. And that's what Ralsei seems really intent on being. Is like, yeah, don't worry, Chris, you can do it. You know? You're the leader. I need to try and find a post I saw a while back that was basically kind of going in on the stuff about involving Chris and mentions of courage, so that I remember reading that and I'm like, oh, that is actually interesting and relevant. Yeah, I think I've seen like an art of that too. Like it's pretty spooky. You got turned into a robot. What does that mean? With a robot face. Oh, analysis is always good. Did they close their blog or something? Are they the ones that did the courage analysis? Because I remember coming across that in Tumblr at one point. I'm like, oh, this is actually really good. I need to remember this. I should have saved it, but I'm a dummy. Harassment, why does that happen? I wish I could do video essays, but they take time, and I'm always like kind of worried I'll sound stupid. I'm like, this will make more sense if I just do it in a narrative, I guess. I know how to do that. I know how to do sequential art. Why do you have to listen to my voice? Even though I'm like, but I want to sometimes just talk about thoughts I'm having. Thoughts I'm having. Oh, the original. Oh, is that why they did it? Like, I know people were kind of pent up about that, but I still subscribe to narrator Chara, or Kara. Like, it makes sense to me. I'm not quite sure what harm it does to, you know, either just, you know, analysis of the game as a whole or any of the characters. I feel like it kind of keeps them in proper characterization. Huh. So I heard this, who did the narrator thing was kind of a harassed a bunch for that. I don't remember why though. Yeah, I don't know. Like my thoughts with, you know, the main three Eldritchrune kids, which would be, you know, Chris, Susie, and Noelle, are that, you know, they're basically learning all this stuff as they're going through the dark world, and will have to apply that in the light world as well. And that's the important part, is applying it in the light world. But the things they need to, you know, work out is, one, you know, Chris needs to learn to have courage, you know, basically that they are fine the way they are. They don't have to be something or somebody else. That they can make their own decisions about their own life and not feel like those have to be hoisted off to somebody else. Like, I think that's the character arc that Chris has to go through. And I think the one that Susie has to go through is she basically has to learn to like herself, to realize that other people like her for who she is. And she does not have to push people away, like she's doing here. Or no, she's running towards you, actually. She does not have to push people away. She is not doomed to be bad just because of, you know, other things and going on in her life that I'm guessing she does not have much control over. And that she does deserve to have friends. And then obviously I think that the thing that Noelle is working on is that she needs to learn how to stand up for herself, to make her wants known, and to not let other people basically decide what she does and what her role is. Yeah. That, in a way, all of them basically have to, again, about choice and identity, it's about them learning that they can make their own choices about who they want to be. They are not bound by the roles that life, the narrative, their world has chosen for them. Alright, it's my break time, so time for me to stretch while Susie's going blah, 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 big teeth. Blah, 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 blah. Yep, gotta do it during the ads. Yeah, again, I really doubt that the Susie half-human thing is true. I thought it's an interesting idea. I would be shocked if it was true. I think we need a lot more evidence for that, because right now there is no evidence for it in canon, aside from what the heck is going on with blood with the monsters. But yeah, I would be very surprised. I would be very surprised if that was true, because we do not have evidence for it, but we gotta get some kind of hint on her home life. In the future. Susie jump scare. Oh Lord, she coming again. Susies keep coming and they don't stop coming. Okay, that would be kind of funny though. Oh, you were my childhood bully? Well, I'm gonna make you gay in a video game 20 years later. Watch out. I'm pretty sure there's more to it than that, but that's a silly joke. Plus, I think he also was originally kind of basing her on Maya Fey, which is definitely like the opposite of a mean bully. I don't know how he got around from Maya Fey to Susie, other than purple. I do hope they do more Ace Attorney references, because those are always fun. Objection! I haven't played Ace Attorney in forever. I only did it once, a long while ago. It was just the first 3 games. Okay, I think I might do one more session after this one. Alright, let me go one more stretch. Hey baby, you're still up. You're still up and about. You're just a big old pancake girl. You're a pancake girl. Pancake girl. Okay. We'll see how much farther we can get. I don't know if we can finish all of the pages, but even getting through this many is good. She coming for ya. She wants her sandwich, take two. Yeah, there's probably a ton of references in there. The problem with lizards, they look weird from the front. Yeah, that might be a little bit too armchair psychologist, especially like from something like from your childhood and you're an adult by now. Like, feelings can change quite a bit over time. Might not even be like, haha, I'm getting revenge on you, so much as I remember your demeanor and I'm going to turn that into a character, which is usually how that kind of stuff goes. It's not really about your relationship to the person, it's more about, you know, how they operated, like, in their behaviors and how you can make that into a character. Which I guess is kind of a thing that is about it, because then it's like, okay, by making this person you know into a character, you have control over what they do and say. Or more control, anyway. Which is its own kind of catharsis, I suppose. But yeah, I can't really comment on that, because I would not know enough about it. Heck, I don't even remember where he mentioned that Susie might have been based on a childhood bully. I don't know. I'll do the storyboards. She coming? Stomp. Okay. That page is done. Forward ho! Just like, waha! I speak the magic word this time. Yoink. Wait, that's the wrong button. This is the correct button. Stop! No! Stop! In the name of love, before you break my heart, think it over. They're giving a cool command. I have treats. I mean, that's kind of how it goes. Susie's like, can I eat you? And Chris like, no. And Susie's like, but I want to. And Chris is like, well, how about you eat some other things if you come with me? And Susie's like, oh, I like that. Yep, exactly. You gotta do the hand boop. Take this flyer and find out more. No, don't sell. Ah, the market's terrible. Susie, I don't own any property. Talk to the hand. Because Chris ain't listening. Yay, congrats on your persona. I haven't drawn mine in a while. I probably should. I've just been so busy with this stuff. I haven't been able to get to it. Yeah, I need to do something with Eldritch Noel and Eldritch Susie. Somebody asked me, like, on Tumblr, they're like, so why specifically shouldn't Canon Noel meet Eldritch Susie? And I'm like, I don't know if I can answer that without being like, you know, I don't know if that's an answerable question without being naughty. Specialized. Lynx After Dark account. I did for a while, and then I stopped updating it. I don't have time to draw naughty things. I don't have time. Not like, no, I'm too wholesome for that. It's just kind of like, well, your audience kind of shrinks for it compared to a general audience. And, I don't have time. Is why I'm pretty much like, yeah, I will if it's like a commission, pretty much only, because that's all I have time for. Just kind of like, yeah, I'm not gonna flinch. I'm not gonna flinch. Definitely not. Yeah, I did have a Lynx After Dark account, basically much. It was password protected. But I don't use it, and I haven't for years. So, sorry, it'd be very boring right now. Which way are their legs going? I don't know. Just spread legs. Yes, please do not access it if you're not 18. Not allowed. They're Bolton. Most of it's so old anyway, I don't think I would give anybody the password anymore. I'm like, nah, please don't look at my, you know, spicy pictures from, what, like, 9 years ago. They don't look very good. Stop in the name of the law. And it worked. I'm trying to make a lizard screeching to a halt. I hope this is how. I know, it's hard. People are like, oh, your old artwork is so good. I'm like, but not to me, it looks bad. Heck, even looking back at like something like Dogs of Future Past, I'm like, oh, it's not as good as it could be. It's not great, but that's just the passage of time for you. Ooh, violent. Ooh. And it's up to you if you want to write that or not, even for a side story. I am of the mind people should be able to write or draw what they like. Just be responsible about it. Please be responsible. Yeah, honestly, also one thing at a time. Like if you're still working on the main story, it's probably A bit before you get to a side one. Yeah. Do it if you think you'll have fun. Lizard, go scrunch! She scrunched! She scrunched and she screeched. Oh yeah! You said the magic word, now I have to stop! Oof. Yeah, that's a pretty spooky, harsh thing. Spooky harsh. It does depend on the context and all that. And she screeched to a halt. Yeet. That's the goofiest picture. So goofy. It was already an improvement over last time. Did not get eaten. Because she was coming. And yeah, sometimes that has to happen too, where you're like, okay, even though this is story relevant, like, not necessarily necessary, because editing is another thing that has to happen sometimes. Now they can finally talk. Yeah. And they're like, what are you doing? She already chomped him. Chris does not want that to happen again. They were already chomped. They lost their face and everything else. It was a bad time. It's Noelle's turn. I haven't met Noelle yet. Also, probably not for the best because don't think Rouse can resurrect Noelle like he can with Chris. Maybe she can give a little nibble though. Not a full chomp. Susie's like, I want to chomp, let me chomp! What about legs? They don't need those. Frizzle's like, no, I need my legs. I'm slow enough with these short legs. I'm gonna be even slower with no legs. No legs, Chris. You don't need your arms, do you? Let me take care of the arms. There's no, I need the arms too. circle. Bothering me. There we go. Need to zoom in a bit, then I can do it. I'm excited to see Spider-Verse 2, but I'm going to do that on Sunday, so don't spoil me. I'm going with my work crew. We're going to see if we can find the Spider-Man that we're working on. Susie tries to do puppy dog eyes. Please, can I devour you? Please. Can you say no to this face? Which is like, I can and I will say no to this face. But yeah, I want to see it in theaters. It looks so cool. I was about to go see it last weekend, and then my work crew was like, we're gonna go see Spider-Verse together. I'm like, okay, I should go with my work crew. Oh, that's cool. I think I could get discounted tickets from work, but I would actually have to like go into work to get them, and they're not discounted by that much, so I'm like, whatever, I'll just pay for it. I'll just pay for it. I definitely will throw money at Spider-Verse because it's super good. Like, I haven't heard anybody that's disliked it. At best, the worst things I've heard are, I don't like it as much as the first one. Which, first one's amazing, so that's still very high praise. Yeah, it's probably going to be a hard thing if you're like sensitive to flashing lights and all that stuff. Which like definitely seems like it's a necessary artistic choice, but it's going to be tough if you are sensitive to that. Did I do all that in special lines when I was supposed to do it in the other ones? I did. Gosh darn it. Okay, I'm just gonna do this. I'll do the eye on a separate one. It's easier than trying to move stuff around. I think. No. It says zoom. Zoom out. Oh wait, no. I have to redraw this one too. Having the eyes be a separate line so that I can color them easily. But we'll do our best. I'm not gonna pay attention to which layer I'm on. Here we go. They deserve the special lines. Their eyes do anyway. Their eyes are red. Okay, there we go. Now we can get back to this one. Circles is the kind of thing you just kind of do them over and over again until they look right. Yeah, I think for this AU, I'm just like, okay, they have one eye you can see. And that is how I'm distinguishing them from regular Chris, where you usually can't see their eye. And basically figure, okay, their eyes turn red after they sold their soul to Rouse, so more differentiations. Chris has one eye. The other one's just hidden under the hair. Whereas regular Chris is like, no, you will get no eyes. Not unless I say so. And it's dramatic enough. Dramatic eye change. Cruz. That's a Chris with no eyes. Everybody want to hide their eyes except Noelle, pretty much. She has nice eyes. Yeah. You want to hide your eyes, you want to go through your eye hiding phase. But then you have to be able to see. So if you hide your eyes, at least make sure that you can see. Because otherwise, you're going to bump into things that'll be less cool. She's very large in comparison to Chris. Mm-hmm. Yeah, now that Chris has read the manual, the meeting is going a lot smoother than last time. Which did not go well for Chris. Okay, when do I think the comic will be out? That's a good question. Because I'm getting through the lines pretty well. But, I still have to do all the coloring / shading for it. And I'm probably going to do this with, like, kind of monochrome shading. So, it won't take, like, as long as the Growing Pains comic did. But it'll, still take a little bit. Hello, thank you for coming. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be going. I might be stopping soon. I'm sorry. But thank you for coming. So I'm hoping, if not next week, then the week after. So I don't know how much I'll be able to work on it this weekend, because, again, I'm going to see the movie. I gotta work on Anthrofractal. I don't know how much early work I can do on Anthrofractal, because the votes are close. Oof, long drive. I hope it goes okay. Hope it's not too much of a pain. You are small and very edible. Green is the best color. Everybody green. Green is a creative color. Aha. Okay, well, at least get this page done. Yeah, I also draw their hair a little bit different in this AU than usual canon. Like, I think their hair is a bit longer and more wild here. When the heck are they gonna get a haircut? Never. Okay. Hey, I hope your drive goes well. Oh no! Still the chocolate chips, those aren't even the best chocolate to eat. The chocolate is delicious. You were basically Kara or Chris sneaking you some chocolate. So would Chris prefer chocolate pie or butterscotch pie? We know they like chocolate. And Chris is or snail pie. Yeah, I don't know if Toriel makes snail pie in Eldritchrune or not. Maybe she does. Chocolate snail pie? Now, is it chocolate pie with snails, or are the snails chocolate? I don't know. Here they probably get snail pie, though. Okay, this page is done. Chris says, stop in the name of love and scrunch. I have not tried snails. Maybe I'll just draw some of the Susies on this page because I like how some of the Susies came out. Where she's like, bah! Bah! I'll draw some Susies before I stop. Oh, I hate this when this happens. Ah, stop that. Go back the usual way. And she's like, hello. I'm staring down at you. The neck twisty thing. Snoot. She got them snoots. But do not boop. It will be the last snoot you ever boop. Yeah. Well, if I can't finish the clean lines for this today, hopefully I can tomorrow. Snoot. Wish I could kind of flip this over to do it. You're driving so many customers. Yeah, they kind of would. Like, you look edible. Can I test that theory? We could have danced in a fursuit. I guess any place you can do a costume mascot could work. No, ads again. Sorry. About my time to stop then. Oh well, we're gonna do a little bit more. Just a tad more. Ads. 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 And after that I will do my stretchies. Hello. Okay. Just want to draw some Susans. Some Susans. Okay. Do this one. Maybe the other one. We'll see. Hopefully ads will be done soon. Zoom through. We're on 3 out of 3, so we're almost done with these. Which is pretty cool. this version of the song, too. It's a cool version. All over. Okay. Guess we'll do the last Suze. And then we'll call that done. Chief. She's like, I yell. I'm yelling. Actually, she's kind of like, ugh, this is lame. This is stupid. The last of the Suzes. The last Susan rolls across the plain. Whoa. Yeah, we'll do this last one, and then we'll call it, since I need to rest my wrist and also get me some chocolate ice cream, because it is hot, and ice cream is what we need right now. Yes, chocolate ice cream. The best of ice creams. I still have some left over, so I need to have it. Actually, the only flavor they had available from the delivery place this year. Not this year, this week. And I'm not sure why, but I was like, okay, I like chocolate. I'll have some. Ooh. Yes, feed your inner Kara. Have the chocolate ice cream. Well, I especially like it if it's got, like, you know, fudge or cookie bits or stuff like that. Yeah, cookies and cream is my favorite ice cream. I am fond of cookies and cream. I haven't had any for a while, though. No, cookies and cream is good. That's the best. You get Oreos and you get ice cream. All together. All at once. Okay, we have drawn the Suzes on this page. If you guys want little previews of the other pages. Here's also this page where they're still talking. And then final page where we do a Snoop Boop. You know they have succeeded because of the Snoop Boop. The power of Snoop Boop. Ooh, cookies and cream with coffee flavor. That does sound good. Catches her in a Pokeball. It'll be easier to carry at least, but no, they will not be contained by the Pokeballs. They gotta walk like in Pokemon Yellow. They just walk behind you the whole time. I think somebody asked that. Asked that on Tumblr. Like, hey, are they just kind of walking together? And it's like, yeah. It'd be really cool if there was an explosion behind them. They can just walk away not looking at it because they're that cool. Lancer is the Pokeball. Lancer is like... Honestly, Lancer's more like the Remora fish. Just kind of hangs on. As a little guy. He's just a little guy. Elfies, you're just a little guy too, but you're still hanging out. Is it too hot? I know it's too hot. Girl, it's too hot today. I'm sorry. Hopefully the temperature will go down. Yeah, I'm just doing my stretches now, otherwise I am going to call it here. And we'll be done for the day. I'm not sure when I'll stream art again. Hopefully next week, but I probably can't do it on Sunday because I'm going to go see Spider-Verse. And we're going to go in the afternoon, so I'll be out in the afternoon to see all the spooters and the universes that they inhabit. So that'll be a fun time. But otherwise, I will do more Earthbound on Friday. Yeah, I'm sure I'll have many thoughts, and they will be cool. because I'm excited for Spider-Verse. But yeah, Earthbound on Friday. Otherwise, we'll see about maybe a stream. Maybe next Tuesday or Wednesday. Depends on what my workload is like. 'Cause at least this weekend it was a lot easier. I'm trying to get as much of this done as I can, because comics take a while. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming to the stream and seeing me tear through as many pages of this as I can. And it'll be fun. Eventually I'll post it. Again, maybe not next week, but the week after, whenever I finish it. But thanks so much for coming to the stream and talking with me. Sorry that... Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. I'm just now stopping. But the VOD will be up later for this, and also sorry that my mic was apparently not on for the day. But yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for the kind words. I'm be streaming art sometime later. And I hope you all have a great evening. And I will see you all later. Alright. Bye-bye.